Welcome back. They say interest in politics determines who gets what, or who goes where, or who does what. Interest. And so as the race goes towards the next elections, 2 weeks to the presidential elections, and almost a month or thereabout to the governorship elections, different interests are beginning to come into play. Accusations, counter-accusations are coming up here and there. But at this point in time, let's go to Abia State, where two leading parties in the state, the People's Democratic Party and the All Progressive Ghana Land, appear to be trading blame over violence that happened on Monday in this state. Accusations and counter-accusations. PDP alleges that Abga shot, or supporters of Abga shot one Frank Dixon, while Abga alleged that PDP members attacked its governorship candidate at Ikwano. Well, we have two gentlemen in the studio. The Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Abia State, Dr. Anthony Agbazuere, joins us to look at what's happening in Abia State. Thank you for coming.
Well, thank you very much.
And on this other side is Kenneth Ahia, member, Board of Directors, Abia First. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, gentlemen. What led to the violence in Abia State that's believed to have happened in Abia State?
Well, thank you very much. Let me start this way. In the first place, I thought I was appearing alone, but that's all right. We're here. That having been said, we as a government, we just became aware of an incident that looked very funny. Abia has been peaceful. All of you in the media are aware that Abia has been peaceful under Governor T. Eoji. And on that day, we discovered that Alex Oti ordered his security men to shoot an innocent Abian who had his polythene bag and was just crossing that place. And that person is, look at his picture, he's even at Federal Medical Center now in Umuahia to be amputated.
I beg your pardon.
Yes.
You said that Dr. Alex Oti ordered that he be shot.
Yes, they were there.
Yes.
From the information that we gathered. In fact, I even addressed the press conference. The member of the House of Assembly from that place, Osabaka, was with me, with the CPS. And I also took journalists to FMC.
How do you know that it was Alex Oti who ordered?
That's what I'm saying. Because I took all the journalists. I am a very careful person. I'm a lawyer. I took all the journalists to Federal Medical Center. And they saw, including your own staff, your correspondent in Abia. And they saw this boy, interviewed him. And this boy is to be amputated, Frank Dixon. And we were amazed when Alex Oti came on air to say that he was attacked and he was destroyed. You discover that even in that kind of situation, in law, if somebody slaps you, you don't use cutlass, for example. Assuming even that was the situation, then you have to shoot at somebody passing by got this kind of problem. That is not the Abia that we have been working for. And this is a step to disrupt the peace in the state. This person is now to be amputated. You know? So that is the situation. And you also recall that as a government, we had raised alarm much earlier than now that this man was moving with armed personnel. The Chief of Army Staff even had to send a team that came to Abia because of that. And at the end of the day, as a private man, he's not entitled to use soldiers. Whether it was genuine soldiers or non-genuine soldiers, we have to bring in, bring up that to the attention of government, the Chief of Army Staff and then the President. And then something was done.
But you will agree that he's entitled to some form of security?
Not army.
No, but you agree that he's
police, yes. I'm a lawyer,
security.
he is. Every Nigerian, yes.
Okay.
So if you begin to bring up people that are wearing army uniform, they could be genuine. Or you may be the one sewing those military uniforms. Which is also a contravention of even the Electoral Act. You don't have a right to have a private security of your own. So all these things we brought to the fore much earlier, repeatedly. And now look at where it's taking us to. And don't forget
but he can hire a security company
to
provide security.
You cannot do that.
No,
and arm them, yes, you cannot. The law does not allow you to do that. And secondly, we also raise alarm when he also attacked. Alex Oti lives in my ward. He lives in my ward. He's from Arochukwu, but he lives in my ward. You know, these Arab people, they live there and there. He lives in my ward. And the House of Assembly member from our place was also attacked, Honorable Darlington Wokocha. And these things are in the fore. It's just that the governor is a very kind person, which we're even telling him, this your kindness, you have to, waive it to some extent. They feel they can take advantage of that, but that would be too risky for them. That is the position.
Okay.
Ken. Yes, I'm surprised at the level of disinformation coming from Abia State government. Number one, the incident at Iguano, what Abazare is saying is that information he heard. Information could be true, it could be false. But I was there. I was at the campaign. I was seated 4 rows from Alex Oti. We were going to a place, we passed the first point, we wanted to go to Ibere. PDP blocked the place with their buses. There's only one road to Ibere. They blocked it. And the boys were throwing bangers, explosives all over the place. I was in a car with 2 other people. They were hitting on the bonnet of that very car. So we turned back and went to another place. Sat down after Kola was presented. Our candidate got up to speak, and projectors started coming from the bush, landing all over the place. These SSS, the security details went to him and said, go and sit down. He said no, he wasn't going to sit down. That he could not be intimidated in the state from going to talk to people. This is a town hall meeting. Prior to that, before we set out, we were at the campaign office. We got information that the TC chairman, he hasn't told you, the governor gave instruction to all the TC chairmen that the condition they will be coming back as the executive chairman of the next, at the next election, after the next election, will be to deliver their states, their local government. So what they have done is to go to any level to try to stop us from talking to the people. We were at the campaign rally. The candidate was speaking. Stones were being hauled, and the vehicles were being destroyed. The security just wanted him to go and sit down. He said no, he wasn't going to sit down.
The question, there's something he said that Alex Oti ordered his security detail to shoot Frank Dixon. Is that true?
When you hear stories, you know what is the truth and what is not the truth. A man that was inside speaking, at what point could he have ordered? The point is that when they were hauling these stones and they were breaking the cars, in fact, one of the stones hauled at His Excellency, our incoming governor, broke somebody's head, and blood was oozing out. So the youths of the place mobilized and then gave a chase to the people who we understand were hired. They were from Iguano. The indigents of the place chased them, and they went away. When we finished, we turned back and went straight to the Commissioner of Police and Director of SSS to go and report. While we were there were explosives, bangers, even the ones shooting into the air, the ones they are throwing into the place. So he wasn't there. The information he could get is, well, that could be information, but of course, if you get wrong information, you get wrong. I was present, and I was there. We went straight to the police commissioner to report, went to the director of SSS to report. So nothing like that happened. Dr. Alex could not have asked for anybody to be shot. Now, the first question you ask yourself, if somebody was shot, where were the police? We had more than 100 police presence sent by the government house to stop us from moving across to the next place. So what happened? If somebody was shot, the first thing is to take him to the police station. I'm surprised to hear that.
Hospital. Hospital first.
Hospital, but of course they will have to get a police report. No incident of that happened as far as we know. So if they shot somebody, they would be able, the person now shot will have to explain at what place was he shot. What was he doing there?
Okay.
I want to follow up small. You see, sorry, 1 second.
No, we have to manage that.
No,
I beg your pardon.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I can flow from where he stops, no problem. Now, you see, for purposes of clarity, you see, do I flow?
I beg your pardon.
Go ahead.
He has claimed that the PDP blocked their way